Hello, my name is Mina. Yep, it's just like the Dracula's Bride. I come from Serbia, where actually the first vampire stories came from. Romania, which is more famous for the vampire stories, is right next to us. Serbia is also the home of the famous genius Nikola Tesla. I was born in 1987, a time of prosperity, but sadly it didn't last. Up until the year 2000, our country was always at war. Some people still think it is, but let me assure you it is not. American planes dropped a lot of bombs on us in 1999, but since I was a child then, me and the rest of the kids were looking at it like a game. We didn't mind not going to school. We just played around the bomb shelters and we had luck to survive it all. When I started kindergarten, I had a ton of friends. We were really inseparable. We kept going to each other's birthday parties, but sadly, I moved across town right when I enrolled into the elementary school. So I was transferred to elementary school where I was an outcast. Kids can be really cruel, and no one wanted to be seen with me or talk to me unless they pranked me, except for one girl from a different class. Their homeroom teacher was really nice, and she taught the kids to be friendly to each other. So she was really friendly to me, and in the end we grew up together to be best friends. She even has a gaming channel. She just started, so you can see her gaming channel in the description. My best friend had a really good homeroom teacher, but I wasn't so lucky. My homeroom teacher was allowing people to bully me all the time, especially if I couldn't afford to go on school trips. My homeroom teacher allowed this, since she was an angry old woman who liked to beat her students, yell a lot, and she even tried to beat my left hand so I wouldn't draw or write with it, because for her it was wrong. Fortunately, my mother stopped her when she found out. I didn't mind being an outcast, since I had a lot of cousins to play with. We used to play outside, play with dolls, play video games, but sadly at that time in Serbia it was almost impossible to find any comic books or cartoons. At that time there was no internet or cell phones, so I spent my days reading through all my fairy tale books and sketching my own fantasy creatures, dresses, worlds. I was lost to the real world. I couldn't make any new friends, and the real world really confused me. So I made my own fun by drawing on and on without an end. I loved spending my entire allowance and rent out cartoons and video games with my brother, so it was the highlight of my childhood to spend as many weekends to play video games as much as we could. We used to adore the Sega Dreamcast and play games only to unlock the awesome stories. It was like participating in a movie together. We really had much fun. High school wasn't different from elementary school. I wanted to play video games, search new worlds, read comics, and nobody from my classmates knew what those things were. When you are different, kids will mostly reject you, but I was lucky. I met my high school best friend Maya right there. We were absolutely opposite, like day and night, but we had one thing in common. We didn't care what others said or thought. I enrolled the college for fashion design after that, and those were the best 3 years of my life. There I met 4 amazing friends who today make cosplay costumes with me and are the craziest bunch in the world. College was so much fun, being creative and being graded for it. The teachers loved how weird I was. I even made 2 fashion shows, one with transforming dresses and one inspired with Harajuku fashion from Japan and Lolita made clothes. Then and there, my life changed. In the same year, I got a fashion show, my degree, I won first place for manga drawing from the Japanese embassy, which I work with now, and first place at cosplay. My whole life, I was different, and I never met anyone who understood my love for the things not ordinary. Then and there I have found a place where I finally belonged, and that place is called Sakurabana, which means cherry blossom. It's a group of people who loved manga, anime, and games as much as me, and were accepting of people like me. I was overjoyed to finally meet people like me, and soon they offered me a position to build a manga workshop along with a fantastic colleague who was nicknamed Musashi. We wanted to build a wonderful manga place, but in a corrupted country as ours, it was almost impossible to gain all the legal notices and documents, and if it wasn't for our colleague and leader Boyan, we would have never succeeded. In the beginning there were only few of us, but we all stuck together and we all had our special talents and we managed to build something unique. We started out with only a box of pens, but no matter how hard it was, we stuck together and our family grew. After 4 years of hard work, we all built a little piece of heaven, a manga club where the manga workshop thrives with all the necessary equipment. We would have never made it alone, but with good friends and people from all over the world, we now have so many smiling faces at our club. Now, this is their home, so that no one ever feels alone or left out because they are different. Today, I work with the Japanese embassy. I do lectures on Japanese pop culture. I am preparing my own manga drawing book. I work as an anime convention organizer, and I am a teacher at my manga school. Life has been good to me, and I hope to have more success in the future, and I hope you guys will build it with me. Follow your dreams, and with hard work, everything is possible. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next Wednesday.